Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, what I want to share with you today is I drew a new one of my girls, and I want to make sure I have enough light in here. Just a second. I'm going to open up my window. That'll make sure I have enough light. Hopefully. Yeah, that looks so much better. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now I have enough light. Okay, so anyway, I just drew up one of my girls, and I'm going to paint her in, and I thought I would turn on my camera and just, let you guys see how I go about painting my girls in. A lot of times I go ahead and I cut her out and I put her in my mixed media backgrounds, but I don't always show you how I color her up. And eventually I'm going to do a video on how I draw my girls too, so you guys can just see me doing that. It's just that it doesn't always, sometimes it's super easy to draw these girls, and sometimes it's not easy at all for me. Like, I'll erase a million times, and I don't know. So, I will do that here eventually. I'll do the whole thing from drawing to painting and everything. But for today, we're going to paint my girl in, and then, I guess what I'll do is I'll string some videos together so you guys can also see me do her in a mixed media background. Or this video, you know what, I'll change my mind. This video, I'm just going to color her in. And then next week, I'll do another video where I do the background. Whether it's like a collage-y background with paint and all that over it, or if it's one of my more like graffiti backgrounds. We'll see. But let's just first go ahead and get her colored in. And I just want you to see, I want you to see her as a whole. So there she is. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to first start up here at the top with her face and her hair. Just a second. We're not even going to start with the hair. But it's not really hair. Her hair is like, well, you see a little bit of her hair right here. And the rest of this is a bunch of feathers and stuff. And the inspiration for this was, I saw a girl on like Pinterest or something, and she had like these feathers all in her hair and everything, and so that was my inspiration for this. And then it was a photograph of a girl, and then I did my own take on that. And then I was watching If You Think You Can Dance, and they had this dance where everything was very pastel-y, like light blue, light pink, light purple background with like very muted colors, and the dance was beautiful. And then they had like almost like snow, but it was more like flocked white feathers flowing down while they were dancing. It was gorgeous. So that's the kind of theme that I want for this. So, and I thought this girl would be perfect as a centerpiece for that kind of a background too. So anyway, all right, so let me bring you guys in as close as we can get so we can start in, of course, on the face. So let's get started. All right. And I'll kind of explain like how I like to do things as we go along, like usual. And I use a mixture of watercolors and Prismacolor pencils, and sometimes I throw in acrylic paint too. So I take whatever it takes to get things done. I like to always start out with this gelato. It's just a, no matter if I'm doing a darker skin or a lighter skin tone, because I go ahead and I find out where all the shading is going to be. And this is like my pattern. So I know where the shading and where the highlight's going to be. And I do this every time. And you know what, you guys? I have got to get myself a couple more of these, because if they ever stop making it, oh my God, I'm going to be upset. Okay, so everywhere I put this color is where the shading is going to be. Okay? It's like a little map. Plus it gives a little bit of a, I'm just making sure you guys can see that color. Yeah. It also gives a little bit of a base. To get rid of the white paper. So it gives a little bit of a base too. And this is something different. Usually I will go ahead and use a black pen, and I will ink all this out. But I decided not to do that. I decided to take my pencil drawing and start painting that in. And to give you guys a quick thing too, this is my original drawing right here. Okay, that's my original in the pencil. I made a copy. And I do that a lot of times because also, second, I just messed up right there a little bit. I do that because in case I do mess up, or I don't like how I color something, I didn't use my original. I don't have to like draw it all over again. I mean, I could, but to save yourself time, you might want to make a copy of your drawing. And in that way, you don't have to be dealing with all that. If you mess up, like you don't like the way you painted something in. And I'm just kind of so I don't want to leave a line there. So I'm just kind of going back with some water and blending it on out. This is why I love painting with watercolor or gelatos, because they're water-based too. Because unlike anything else, you can just decide where you can just blend everything out with water. You don't even have to find like when you use pencils or you use markers, you have to find what's the next lightest color to kind of like blend that out. And you don't have to do that. You just blend it out with water. I love it. The other thing, you guys, I've started using is this blender pencil right here from Blick's. Okay, and it's a blender pencil, and it goes with whether it's Prismacolor pencils or whatever brand. Even the Prismacolor Scholars, it blends it out. So you can take like a dark blue and blend it out into like a light blue. So you can go from a medium to a light with this one pencil. This could be 3 different, because of this, you can create 3 shades out of one color. It is fabulous, and I think it blends it out really, really nice. I'm addicted to those, and I gave one to my friend Shonda. Hey Shonda, what's up, girl? And because she started using a lot of Prismacolor pencils, and I told her, I said, you have to have this. So I bought her one. They're like $1.99, it's no big deal. But even if it was expensive, I'd still buy it for her. But I just wanted her to have it because I'm like, you have to have this. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, you have to try this. So you guys, if you use pencils at all, get that blender pencil. Now, I'm sure other brands make it. Like, I'm sure Prismacolor has the blender pencil. I just can get it really easily at my at Blick's, and it's their brand, so it's a really cheap. They're like $1.99. And I use the heck out of it. But look, I've only had this like 2 weeks, and look at it. I just gotta buy like 5 or 6 of them. So I always have them. Okay, so now you guys can see the plan here for the shading. And we're gonna go down to the neck. Let me make sure that you guys can see the neck. All right, let's go down to the neck and the chest. There we go. What am I doing? Yeah, we'll just go all the way around like this. And we'll let the... I know, you guys, look at this. She has like an open jacket on. I'm getting a little sexy in my picture. But this is when in the photograph that I saw that I liked. I'm not sure if it was Pinterest or what it was, but whatever it was. The photograph of this girl, her thing is open like this, so that's the way the picture was. And I thought the picture was cool, so. Let's see if you guys can see it all the way down. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit more of her. We're going to go away from the face for a second. See, she's wearing a jacket. And the jacket in the photograph, it looked like her jacket was made out of, crocodile. So before we color this in, I'm going to get a picture of crocodile leather. Because it's a black and white photo, so I can't completely tell in that photo. And I do that a lot. I find photographs of people that I really like, and I use that as inspiration for my girls a lot of times. And then throw my own spin on it. Because my own spin, well, you can, you know, how I throw my own spin always is the eyes. I always have big eyes for all my girls. And humans don't have that big eyes. But that's like throwing my own spin on it. I may make the lips bigger. Like, I always love really big lips. And so anyway, that's what I do. And that's a good idea for anyone. You guys, if you want to start drawing some, even if they're fantasy girls, but you want them to look really like balanced and good, don't draw from your imagination. You can draw from your imagination. That's a whole nother technique. But draw from a photograph. Find a photograph of someone you like and use that as inspiration. And it gives you, like, because then you start knowing, like, where do the eyes go compared to the forehead? And where does the nose go? And how far is the nose from the eyes? And it's all those little subtleties that makes up another person from what they look like from another person. So the features. And then you'll have realistic type of features. And you can still go real fantasy with your pictures. You can still go way fantasy. Like I have, like, you know, like I said, nobody has like these big eyes right there. The lips are really nice and big and juicy, and so anyway. All right, so we have completely mapped out. Okay, I'm going to show you. We've completely mapped out. There's her chest, and there's the highlights going to be her neck and her face. Okay. So we're going to go back to the face because we're going to be working that for a while. We're going to be working that face for a while. I'm crazy. Okay, so now what am I doing? Now we're going to go in with this color. What are these paints I like to use? It's this little tray of paints here, but they're liquid colors. Or they're watercolors, but they're in a tube. Okay, here we go. I love these colors, you guys. These colors are fabulous. They are Daniel Smith's. These are not cheap, but I got these from, where did I get them from? All right, it's going to enter my mind in a minute where I got these from. Oh, and they had a really good price on it. Hopefully I can remember. I'll make sure I put that link below. In fact, let me put that on my notes. Daniel Smith, because these watercolors are professional grade. I mean professional grade, gorgeous colors, very vibrant. They undulate beautifully, and I absolutely love these. Daniel Smith, I need to write that. I wrote that down, so I'll make sure I tell you guys about these. So that's it right there. Okay, so, you know, they come in a tube, you got to mix them with a little bit of water. There's this color, and it's called Raw Sienna, and I just absolutely love it. I love it for skin tone, especially for like a little bit darker skin tone. So that's what we're going to come here with. Oh, and I should tell you guys, the paper I'm using is a mixed media paper that I think it's Canon's. And I get it from Michaels. And it comes bigger. It comes like 11 by 14 or something big like that. So then I cut it down to 8 by 10. But it's nice to have it that size too, because if you want to work with it and do mixed media or draw or do your stuff inside of it, you can do that too. I really don't like working in a journal. I know that's weird. I just feel like claustrophobic, like I just can't like get out of the journal. So like I like see how I'm always turning my paper? I can't turn in a journal. I'm like, I feel like, I don't know, weird. I know. Because journals is like so popular. Everyone does everything in a journal. Everyone but me. Okay, I'm going down to the chest, and I don't think you guys can see that, so just a second. I'll be right back up there. Okay, let me just resituate my camera. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I went right down to the, see, I went down to the chest. I'll leave my thing like that so you guys can see. Sorry about that. When you guys are working with watercolors, make sure you have one to wash your brush out, like wash the color out. And that's where all your dirty water goes, where you clean out your brush the first time. And then dip it in clean water. And you'll keep your painting and your paints and everything really, really clean. Just thought I'd mention that. The other watercolors, I use two different, right now I use two different brands. I also like, just a second, I'm just focusing. It's a brand that I get at Hobby Lobby, you guys, and it's not even expensive. So you don't have to buy these Daniel Smiths. Daniel Smiths, I'm getting them for like $3 or $4 a tube, and they're normally $7 or $8 a tube. The place I got them at had them at like just really good prices. Or did they have a sale that weekend? I'm trying to think if that was their normal price or if they had a sale. I can't remember. But I do know that I ended up purchasing them for like $3 or $4 a tube when they're normally $7 or $8 a tube. Like I said, they're really super high quality, beautiful, beautiful paints. So what I like to do is I like to put the line in, and then I like to just play with it, like how I'm doing, and bring it on out. So there's no line, and it just comes right out. Okay. Alrighty. See if I can bring that out anymore. I was trying to look for if I have the, yeah, because I have the brand of the oil colors too. It is, now these are the oil colors, okay? Aren't they gorgeous? I need to do some stuff with these orange, but it's called Master Touch. And this is what the color of, like, these are the watercolors here. And the packaging kind of looks like this. But anyway, it's called Master Touch. And these are the watercolors I'm talking about. The other thing I just showed you was oil pastels. But these are called Master Touch. Look how gorgeous these colors are. Aren't they gorgeous? And their oil pastels are gorgeous too. So this is the other one I really like to use. And I really like the little palette that I have right here. So that's also what I like to use. Okay, so now I'm going to come down here. I just come along and just re-wet everything, so that I can start blending it out a little bit. Now, I'm not saying this is how a true watercolor colorist does things. I don't really know. I just watch some people that I like how they do it. And so, this is how I do it. I mean, I'm sure there's some watercolors to be like, oh, you're being way too controlled. You need to let it bleed more. You need to do wet on wet technique. I don't know. I like it like this, so this is what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. I'm going to bring it out just a little bit more. Bring this out just a tad bit more. The face always takes me forever, you guys. Oh my god, I take forever with the face. The face is everything. Oh, and like I said, I'm working on mixed media paper, Canon's mixed media paper, and it takes the watercolor beautifully. And the reason I like it too is because, you know, it takes everything beautifully. So if I don't want to, if I'm using acrylics or if I'm using pencils or whatever I'm using, it takes it all really nice. So that's why I like it. Okay. All right. Just give myself a little bit more of this brown color and blending it back out a little bit more. Okay. Now let's go ahead and shade. Put the shading here at the nose. Put a little shading in here. Okay. blend that out with a little wire. I'll blend that out with a little water. Okay, I like that. And then let's go down to the skin down here and shade that in. Get all this in. Because where we're going to have the light hit is down the center of her chest and her stomach area down here. Okay. Make sure my camera is so you guys can see. Bring that up a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so we are like I've been doing. Put that in, but then blend, get that all blended out. I like to use the water kind of like my blender, like I use my blender pencil, or use another like a lighter pencil. So I use the water. So if you're a pure watercolorist and you're like, that's not the way you're supposed to do it, okay. But I like this technique. I know a few girls who do it like this, and I like how their stuff looks, and I like the technique, so that's what I do. Okay, that looks really pretty. All right, so next, let's go ahead and go back up to the face. So let's, okay, we're gonna go back up to the face. And I'm going to shade with purple, and I'm going to use my watercolors here, okay? And I want this to look really, really fantasy, so that's why I'm adding purple in for shading. So we're going to shade over just what we shaded just now. You can use dark blue to shade, you can use purple to shade, or I could just stick with what I have right there. But I want to get crazy, so I'm going to. Okay, and you're going to be like, oh my God, you've ruined it. What are you doing? I know, but I haven't. It took me a little bit of practice and, well, a lot of practice and bravery to start trying to shade with like colors that are not skin tone colors. But I just love it. Okay. Here we go. So let's start blending it out. And this is the other thing. When you're using watercolors, it lightens up a shade or two from what it's going to be. And the paper starts also reacting with everything. So if you look at something and you go, oh, it's kind of dark, I don't know if I like that. You know what? Wait for it to dry for a little bit before you keep messing with it. Because I've done that, and then I don't like this. It's a little too heavy right here. That's the thing about watercolor. If you don't like something, you can pretty much take it out. Okay. like I was saying, if you like right here, I had kind of gotten a little too heavy with the purple. I didn't want it that heavy down there. You can just take, because it's watercolor, just take water and just put some water on there and then dab it and it'll come out. Okay. Hope I don't have too many shadows on here from my window being open. I'll look at my camera here in just a second, you guys. I'm just working this watercolor. Okay. And that's another thing. If you start feeling your paper buckling, leave it alone for a little bit and then go back, because I feel like it could be buckling over here. Which it takes a lot to make this paper buckle or start getting weird. Not buckling, because it doesn't buckle, but you know, start peeling. That's the word I'm looking for. So if you've gotten things kind of wet and you think you're feeling some peeling, just step back for a minute and let it dry. Okay, so we're just working this and just blending it out a little bit. Okay, that looks really good. Yeah, I'm going to look at here real quick and see what you guys are seeing as far as shade. Okay, yeah, we're fine. You guys are seeing little things from the sun, but in my room, but you can still see the face, so we're good. Okay, then we're going to go to the nose and put a little shading in here. Okay, I'm going to shade a little into here. How do I want to do this? I'm going to put a little of this purple in through here too. Okay, it looks a little harsh right now, but it won't for long. Of course, we're going to blend that out. Go over the nose area with a little bit of this. And then let's blend that out. Okay. And then let's blend this out. Right to the eyes, because I want this purple eyeshadow. I think that'll be cool. And okay, I'm liking that. Oh, let's blend this purple out, of course, a little bit. Putting a little bit more purple in there. There we go. Got that shading in there that I wanted. And I want this to be a little bit more blended out. Okay. That looks good. We're going to go back to this color. I got to throw some of this now in. Okay. I need to throw in some skin color cone right here. So we want that center down the middle of the nose. You know how we all want that, like when we're shading our own face, we put the dark here and then leave light down the center, and we put some light down the center to give us nice shading. So that's what I'm doing right here. Okay. Alrighty. And we're going to blend that out a little bit. Blend that out. Alright. Now very, very lightly with this, we are going to go where the highlighted areas are of the skin. But very, very light. Just so everything blends. I don't want to leave this white, right? So right here, we're just going to just go like this. Okay. I'll go right here. And that just starts blending everything. But we did, what I did was I didn't use this full strength like when I did my shading. When I kind of patterned out the face for shading, that was a lot darker. I took this and with a lot of water and just put that in there. So it just has, so it just was really, really light. So it still looks like that's where the highlighted area is. Okay. And again, I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to bring down some of the skin tone, but really, really watered down. This again, really, really watered down into here. Okay. Bring that down so everything looks like really, really skin toned. And that'll blend right into nothingness almost. Okay, I am still leaving a little bit of white right here and right down that center, because that is going to be like what they call your catch light. Okay, I love it. We're going to throw some eyes in here in a second, but really quickly I want to put some, do I want blue or a turquoisey color? We'll do this turquoisey blue color. I just want to do something for the eyeshadow real quick here. Right here. And then right here. Okay, and then we won't leave that like that. Of course, we'll blend that out. Blend that out into here. Okay, I think that looks gorgeous. I love it. Okay, we need to let that dry for a minute because we're gonna do some. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the eyes. I love green eyes, you guys. So I'm gonna take this really light sagey green color, and I'm trying to think if I want to put that in yet, if I want to draw everything in. You know what, first, I haven't drawn my eyes in, because I always draw my eyes in black. I usually even go over them, even though, like if I was to have inked all this out, I still go through and usually draw my eyes in a little bit deeper. But I'm going to use this Micron 005 and maybe this one. So, we'll see. Let's do the lips, and I think, all right, I'm going to use this really fine 005 and draw my lips in here. Oh, I'm touching things. When you guys are doing things like that, if you decide when you're inking things out, it's probably, especially on the lips, because you just want a really fine thing, use a really 005 is a really fine marker. And what I mean by inking out, a lot of times like a coloring book page or whatever, or something fantasy, everything will be inked out in black, and then you can color it in like a coloring book page. So a lot of times I do that. I just didn't do that with this. A little bit of blow drying on the eyes. So, hopefully you guys can still see this. I'm going to make sure, because I have to turn this to the side. Yeah, you guys can still see. I have to turn this to the side so I can get right up on this. Now you're going to see her come alive now because I'm really lining the eyes up. See how pretty that looks? And I like a heavy line on the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do. Not as heavy on the top, but I like a really heavy line on the bottom. And you have a lot of control when you, I would get a set of these Micron pens. This is a 005, like I said. I would get a set of these. So you have different, see how fine that point is? You have different points for different work that you need to do. And this is also good for eyelashes too. They're not cheap. They're expensive, yes. To get a pack of like maybe 4 or 5, that's 4 or 5 different sizes. It's like $15, $16, but use a coupon at Michael's. They're very worth your time getting. It's better than having just one, one size, like, what is it? The Bix or whatever. I have the brand here. Like this one comes in a couple different sizes, but you don't, what is it called? Sharpies. But you really want this because you want these different sizes. Okay, like right now I'm going to do her eyelashes, and I really can be in control of these eyelashes because of the thinness of this. It looks almost like I used a brush and I didn't. See how cool that looks? Now I like to go in between again the eyelashes. Okay. If you do the eyelashes and then you go in between, real small in between, it kind of looks like it fills them in. Okay. Now, I do very fantasy type of work. If you were to draw a doll like this, you do not have to do these big eyelashes like this. This is just my thing. I love big eyelashes. Okay, then we're going to go really small in between. There we go. And maybe in between here a little bit. There we go. Look how that just brought her alive. How much more she is alive because of those eyelashes. I think those eyelashes are the bomb. Okay. It's what I like. Not everybody likes that, but I do. All right, let's make her eyeball a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Love the Micron 005. The bomb. Okay, for this type of work. Okay, next, what I want to do next is I do want to get her eye color in. So like I said, I'm going to use this sagey green color. It's so pretty. I'm going to show you guys the color. Look how pretty that color is. It's this one right here. And that is like perfect for eyes. For like green eyes. So I just like to put that in. And when you use watercolor for eyes, it makes them more like real. Because there's a translucency about them. Which with eyes look translucency, right? You can see through eyes. Kind of. You know what I mean. Perfect. Okay. And we're going to throw in some, I think we're going to throw in some pencil in here too. No, we're not going to do all watercolor. Excuse my head in there. All right, we're going to throw in this green color, a deeper green in the corner, and I'm going to use like a really small brush. Right now I've been using this brush for everything. See, this is the size. It's a watercolor brush I get at Michael's. I love it. It's a, I don't know the brand. I used to know the brand. I love them. Because I even have I bought a pack of these and I think I got them really dirt cheap. It's Grumbacher. And I got this dirt cheap at Tuesday Morning. And I have to get me another pack of these because I can never be without these. I just love the way they are. This I got at Tuesday Morning. It's real fine. Okay? So, because I need to get into, let me show you where I'm going to get into. I need to put some darker right here in the corners and then blend that out. Okay? And I'm going to use some green to do that. second, you guys. There we go. So we're going to use just right here in the corners, just a little bit of green right in here. And then a little bit of water, of course, to blend that out. And when you blend that out, it blends it out to a really, really pretty color. Okay. I think that looks gorgeous. So your steel are really nice and deep in the corners here. And then it blends out into a little bit lighter green in the middle. I think that turned out really, really pretty. And we may throw in even a little bit deeper with pencil right in the corners. Again, right in the corner there. But I'm going to show you guys. Oh, that shadow is really, just a second, you guys. Let me, oh, that looks cool. Ooh, that looks really cool. Oh, I like how that looks. Okay, you guys can see how pretty the eyes look. Okay, it's getting crazy in here with the shadows. Just a second. Let me try going up. There we go. All right, that's better. It was getting a little crazy with the... I'm just going to get in really, really close so you guys can see. Hopefully that... See how pretty her eyes look? I think it looks gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to come back out a little bit so you guys can watch me work here. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks really pretty. Okay, then I'm going to throw in... Oh, you know, I'm going to get a pencil out. Give me my Prismacolor pencils. I keep everything all bound up in a rubber band because then I have all my shades of green, which I really love. Let's see if I want this. What is this? Dark green. Olive. Let me see about this olive color. Or this dark green. Just a second. I'm over here testing things. Yeah, I like this. I like this olive green color if things are dry. Yeah, things are dry here. And I could put that in right over here. So this just really gives another deepening of these eyes right here in the very tippy corner. Okay, and then I'm going to take my little blender and blend that out. Watercolor alone is perfect. Also, watercolor is also really nice, a really nice base to put Prismacolor pencils over. Okay, look at those eyes. Oh, love them. Okay, we're going to throw in some catch lights on those eyes real quick with some just white acrylic paint. Bam. Good old Apple Barrel. And my really, really thin brush. Okay. If you don't have a liner brush, definitely get one. Because it does all kinds of stuff. You can even use this liner brush to make eyelashes too. But I love the control that I get with my Micron 005 for that. Alright, so this is what I like to do. I like... You know, before I do this, I'm going to... One second. I want to line the eyes again. Because you lose a little bit when you start throwing your color in. Okay, I was just looking at my time. So, let me turn this again. Make sure everything's dry, yeah. I'm going to line this again. Okay. There we go. That looks good. That looks really good. And then line this again, the eyeball. Okay, and then really blacken up the eyeball here. Okay, there we go. See how much better that looks? You start losing a little bit of the eyeball and the shape of the eye when you start adding color, because of course you go over the line. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to take a little bit of the white acrylic paint, and we're going to throw in some catch lights. Okay, oh, make sure I'm in frame here. So I like to take a line here and go like this, like that. I like to take another line and go like this at the bottom, and then throw a little dot here. If the eyeball was bigger, if I was doing like just a face, there'd be a few more little catch lights I'd throw in here, but I'm working in a pretty small space, so. There we go. I'll throw this down here and then throw another little catch light there, maybe one there, maybe. Yeah, that's good. Which is why you definitely need your liner brush when you're doing some work like that. Also, let's go ahead and take this liner brush and we're going to throw in some little, like I said, this is very fantasy. So I'm going to throw in some little white little dots. Bam. I think this looks cool. I like it. You don't have to add something like this, but I think it looks so pretty in fantasy. And then I like to take some white little dots and put it on where the eyeliner is. I think that looks really cool. And I think it's going to go along really good with the whole picture when we're done. Cool. Okay. Let me see about our time. Oh, you guys, I think she looks so pretty. I'm going to bring you guys in a little closer so you guys can see. Check her out. I think she looks gorgeous. I think that came out really, it's coming out really, really pretty. Okay, we're going to come out a little bit. And we're going to go down to the chest area. I need to throw in all the shading and stuff down there. Like I need to throw the purple in. Because we did, remember, the light color, and then we did the raw sienna, and now I need to throw in the purple, like the body is done. Okay, so we're going to throw the purple in down there. Okay. There we go. So weird doing a video and having it be so quiet except for my voice, because usually when I'm working in my craft room or my art room, I always have YouTube going, of course. So I'm listening to somebody. Or several different people. Because you know how we all do. We just all keep switching around that. We just keep switching around from person to person, video to video. That's why I kind of like long videos, so I don't have to keep switching. Because it's like, I have to stop and get another video on. So for those of you who do long videos, and people complain about long videos, I mean, people who complain, maybe you guys should think. You guys like to watch, and I would think, work along. So you don't have to go and find another video. So plus a long video, that shows you that they are really taking the time to show you what they're doing. Not that if you fast forward, you're not showing, but it's, you know, you get to see step by step when someone just does it to time. It makes a longer video. So I appreciate the longer videos. And anything that I don't, like if, you know, something is, I don't need it to be slowed down, you can just always there's a button right there, just fast forward it. You can fast forward it right there on your computer or your iPad. There's a button. Start hitting some of those buttons and you'll find it. And you can just fast forward it. You can fast forward it anyway. So. I mean, there's a fast forward button, you know, right there where you just go and you just move it over like that manually. But there's another button where you can like actually just fast forward the video and kind of watch it so you can really see at what point you want to stop it at. If you guys know what I'm talking about. So again, doing the same thing I've been doing, same MO. Now I'm bringing this purple out. Okay. Same way I do it. And I think this is probably the same, almost the same as a wet on wet technique. It's just that I choose not to make my paper wet first so that I have more control. Which is probably the wrong attitude to have for watercoloring because you're not supposed to want to have control. But I want control to a certain extent. I want to control it first and then I want to be able to spread it out like I'm doing right now. Which is where the control, where I don't have the control. How it spreads out, which is good. Okay. Let's bring this out a little bit more too. And, you know, maybe sometime I will change my technique. But for right now, this is the way I do it. Okay, I'm going to take this color again and put that down the center so we don't, it's not so white. But it'll definitely be lighter than everything else. So it will be our highlighted area in the center. Okay, so just to blend everything. Very, very lightly. Plus, I'm going to throw a little catch light down the center anyway with paint, with white paint. So, if this was to get a little bit too dark, which it's not anyway, I'm going to throw a catch light down there anyway. Okay, I think that looks really, really good. You guys, I absolutely just love watercolor. Okay, so there we go. And then, you know, I'm loving how this purple over here looks, so I'm gonna, oh, sorry about that, girls. And some guys, sorry. Okay. I just really like how that purple has really kind of gone out a little bit further, like right here. That looks really, really good. See how it is on that side? I want to bring it a little bit more like that. Bring that purple out a little bit more. And I like how it's happening over here, so let's just bring it out a little bit more. I like how that shading looks really, really good there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, we need to get some lips going. So, let me decide on the lip color. What lips are we gonna do? I always stress about the lips. I tell you, I always stress about the lip color. Always. Okay, I'm just looking at my colors here. Okay, you guys, I started experimenting with the lips. I even paused my camera because, like, I stress out about lip color. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so I started it already off camera, and it's this, okay, it's a Prismacolor color, and it is, it's the Prismacolor Premier, because I use the Scholars and Premiers, so that I have tons of pencils. But this is a Premier, and it's the Parma Violet, and then that's going to be the whole color lip, but I'm gonna line it with violet, and that's a Prismacolor Premier too. Okay, so I went ahead and I put the lighter color here, and then I'm gonna put the lighter color on the bottom. And then I love to use my blender because it really blends out the color really nice and makes it really smooth. Look how pretty that looks. I love it. Then, in a little bit here, I'm going to show you guys my pencil sharpener over here for colored pencils. Is this fabulous? It's by Orbit. Point Orbit. I got it at Sam's Club of all places. Okay, I'm going to, and it doesn't over sharpen the pencil. Sharpens it just perfect, so it does not eat your pencils, your colored pencils or regular pencils. Okay, I'm lining it right now, just like you do with our own lips. You put a little bit. You can put a little bit darker color and lighter in the middle, and I just think it gives it a really, really rich look and starts looking like lip gloss. Okay, 1 second, you guys. I want a little bit. This is what I like about pencil. If you don't like what you did, you can erase it. I was got a little heavy-handed with the darker color. Okay. I think the lighter color were fine still. Yeah, the lighter color was still fine. All right, let's get back with my dark. I got a little crazy. Okay, and then I can take it and just soften it a little bit into the lip with my blender. Just bring it blended in just a little bit. That looks awesome. And it makes them start looking kind of like really nice juicy lips. Then I take a little bit of my acrylic white paint again. And let's throw a little, with my real small brush. Let's throw a little bit of a catch light on the lips. Very, very important. Throwing the catch light. And we'll put it right there. And then I like to just touch it really quick so that it kind of like spreads it out and makes it, you don't want it a dot. You don't want it even. You want it to look like light. Light has no shape. It just like, you know, like that. So, I think that looks good. Okay, we're going to next go to, I'm going to set my camera up, and we're going to next go to the hair here, which is, this is the hair here, and we're going to go to this piece up here. Okay, so let me set up, and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I took a quick break, because actually my camera ran out of juice, so I needed to charge my battery. But anyway, when I left off, I hadn't colored these yet, but I went ahead, and what I like to do is I like to use some watercolor and give everything a base color here, and then I'm going to go in and shade with some Prismacolor pencils, okay? So we're going to Prismacolor shade those here in a minute, but before we do that, I'm going to go down further to the body. Okay, let me make sure you guys can see all of this. Cool, here, and then all the way down and through here. Okay, we're going to throw in some watercolor. Let me just bring this up a little bit. Okay, we're going to bring in some water. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I get everything in. The wings, and yeah, that'll be good. I'm going to watercolor base all this, and then we'll shade it with colored pencils. So, let me get my brush out and let's start that. Okay. Ooh, girls, too many projects going at once. Why can't I keep it simple and just work on one thing at a time? Oh, no. Do you girls do that too? Always working on too many projects? It's crazy. I want to do too many things. That's my problem. Oh, my gosh. It's like, Angela, calm down. I can't. Okay. We are going to do the wings in purple. So let's get my water over here. Okay, sorry guys, I had to get myself situated. I'm still here. Just getting my watercolor going here. Okay, so the wings are going to be all purple. So let's get that going. I just wanted to test the purple right there and see if I like that color. Yeah, and I want it to be really nice and pretty light, because the background that's going to go with this, that I'm going to mix media, the background, is going to be real pretty, light, pastel-y colors with like snow coming down, or just white, flocky stuff I want coming out of the sky all over everything. I saw this image on If You Think You Can Dance. It was just a dance. And I just saw the image of how everything was in this dance, and their costuming was all really pretty light pastel-y colors like this. And then like their staging was like, there was like white, not snow, but white flocking just falling everywhere. It was like the most beautiful, magical little world, which isn't too different from what I already do. You guys are like, you always are creating little magical fairy worlds. But anyway, this was really the style. And their hair was like all crazy, kind of how I have her hair. You know, her hair is up and updo with all these feathers and stuff. They would look like that too. So anyway, that's my inspiration. Right when I seen that on If You Think You Can Dance, I told my husband, I said, oh my gosh, I have to do a painting like that. And he's like, a painting like what? It's not even a painting, it's a dance. I said, I know, but the whole aura, the whole setting, the way it feels, I have to do that. So it's been in my head. And I thought, oh my God, that'd be perfect for my girls. I like to draw. That'll fit perfect. I've been excited to get back to this. I do eBay. I'm an eBay reseller. So I was listing a bunch of stuff on eBay today. And I'm like, I want to hurry and get my listing done and take all the picture of my products so I can get to my painting. Because this is like my other job. I do have some of my artwork. I had my artwork in a cafe. Was it last month? And really exciting news. I'm going to make a video about this, but I did sell some. I sold 6 paintings. So I was really, really excited. And then I also am in, this is in California. It's a cafe in California that was showing my work for a month. And then I have a couple of stores there also. So, well, one store bought cards from me because I did my paintings and I made them into cards. And then the other store, and she paid me for those. And I sold like 10 cards, I think, to her. And then I have another store, and it's like it's like kind of a new agey bookstore. It's really cool. And you know, they have all kinds of stuff. They have books, but they have incense, and they have candles, and they have, you know, just all that cool new agey stuff. So my artwork fit really good in there. So when I go back in October, I will see how I did. I'll probably be calling her soon anyway, too. Okay, so now we base coated all of these. And we're going to go back in with colored pencil and shade everything. So don't worry. Don't be like, oh my God, that's kind of plain. That's because this is just base coating. I love base coating. For one, it really sets the color in. It also gives you a, lets you know what colors you're going to be using. So it kind of gives you a pattern. But also it sets you up for your shading. So this is your light color. And then when you do your shading, you go with your dark color. And then I take a pencil and I blend it out. And that's my mid-tone. Anyway, you guys will see what I'm talking about as we go along. Okay. So, and then her jacket is going to be, what do I want her jacket to be? It's going to be this turquoisey color, and I'm trying to decide which one that was. Just a second, people. I have to do a little test, but of course I don't. Okay, here we go. Like, I don't have a piece of paper to test on. I got one. Okay. Sorry, guys. I got to move my water. I think that's what I want. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I just had to test my watercolor over here to see what I was doing. I got it. And I just now got a little bit of this blue onto the skin, which I think is great because I'm just going to throw a little bit of okay, what I like to do is I like to bounce, like whatever color is in the hair or on the clothes, I do like to bounce that onto the skin a little bit. So it looks like I'm going to do some right now. Just a little bit. So it looks like that's a reflection in the skin. So see how I just did that? I think that looks cool. So I'll throw a little bit of purple in there too, like the wing, the reflection, some of the colors bouncing off onto the skin, the turquoise, and then I'll do some purple too. What the wings are made out of. I think that looks cool. And it kind of starts bringing your picture all together. Because you're seeing the same colors, like you're seeing the same colors in the headpiece, in the clothes. You're seeing reflections of the blue on the skin. I just think it really makes it all look really cool. Okay. You guys, I love watercolor. I just absolutely love watercolor. Now, I don't have to go in with colored pencil. I could shade this now with some watercolor, which I do also sometimes. But I want to, on this one, I want to shade in with my colored pencils, my Prismacolor pencils. Prismacolor pencils are the more expensive pencils. They're not cheap, but they're very nice. They blend so beautifully. And I want to tell you guys, I got a set. Well, I had a set already, but I got a couple extra sets from Sam's Club. Believe it or not, they had it for $25 for a set of 36, I think it is. So that is a really good deal. Okay, so let me just go back over this a little bit more. This could be a little deeper, just a little bit. Okay, so now we've base coated. We've base coated all of this. And the earrings, I'm going to do those with just pencil because, you know, I'll probably, you know, make a mess of that. So anyway, okay, so now, for now, let me put my watercolor away. Get the water out of here before I knock everything over. Close my watercolors. You guys, I got this thing right here from this local dollar store. Isn't that great? And it stores like my watercolors that come in a tube and you have to add water. This thing works awesome. I love it. Just a kind of little tip. Okay, so we need to go up here to the hair. So let me move my camera. We'll go up here and we're going to work on doing some shading up here. Okay? Okay, let me see. What colors do I have out? This is like, you guys, why I grabbed my colors. And these are the pencils that I got. It's 36 count. Prismacolor Premieres from Sam's Club, believe it or not, for like 25 bucks. Yeah. Crazy. Okay. So I have that. Plus, I had a bunch of others anyway. Like, look, I have this big old bag of them. But I also had some Scholars too, which has really extended my color range. So I have a huge color range. You know, there is a difference between the Scholar and the Prismacolor Premieres. But if all you can afford are the Scholars, you can get a lot. You can get like 72 pencils. You can get a ton of colors. And I think as long as you have a blender pencil, you can do a beautiful job with the Scholars. So I was doing a pretty nice job with the Scholars with without that blender pencil. So, okay, let me get my pencils out here. Let me stop talking for 1 second and figure out what I'm doing. Okay, there's my violet. There's that. There's the turquoise and the blue in there. Just like you guys, I'm just getting out my pencils, deciding what I'm using here. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. All right. What is this? Violet. Okay. We're going to go to the purple ones here. And we're going to do a little bit of shading. There we go. And you don't want to have a real heavy hand, because the lighter hand you have, the more it's going to blend. If you get yourself a wax bloom going, it's not going to blend very good. Okay, now I am going to go ahead and just line that out and then hit my feather lines like this. Okay, then I'm going to take my blender pencil and I'm going to blend it all out. Now, what's nice about this blender pencil is that it blends it out into the next shade. So this is dark, so it'll stay dark on the edges, but it will blend it out to another couple of shades. That look nice? And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm going to get a piece of paper out. Let me find a scratch piece of paper. Hopefully I can find one. I always have paper around everywhere, but not when you need it. Okay, just a second, guys. Let me grab a piece of paper. Didn't get up. Okay, you can use the back of this. All right. It's not really a scratch piece of paper. It's one of my jelly prints, but we'll use this. I just want to show you something. Okay, let's take this blue like right here. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to show you how you can take this and blend it out into lighter colors. Or you know what, it'll be easier if I show it to you like this. Let me show you in a circle. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Then this will make it so you guys can really see it. Because then it's going to blend into that circle. Okay. So, is that a Prismacolor Premier? Yeah. Okay, so. This blends out so beautifully with this blender pencil. I mean, I have this. Look how small this is, you guys. This is all I have left. I have to get myself like 5 of these tomorrow. I cannot live without this blender pencil. Okay, look how it's taken it from the darker color, which so it's still, but it blended it out. See? So you don't even have to go to the next light shade to blend from here to here. Isn't that awesome? Now, if you would have base coated this a lighter color, you would have had your lightest color. So you'd have had your lightest color, your mid-tone, and then your dark. Look how that just shaded that all in so beautifully. Okay, so as you can see, that blender pencil is everything. Okay. All right, so let's move on to another one of the feathers. Okay. Okay, let's put our little veins in here for our feathers. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Let me go in a little bit closer. Okay, there we go. That's a little too close. Just a second. Okay, let it. Hopefully it stops doing that. Yeah, it did. Okay, very good. All right, that's good. So, again, shading around here. Okay, and take my blender and blend that out. Okay. Add a little bit more pencil back here. Because otherwise, to blend, if I wanted to blend, not have that harsh line, I need to take a lighter color like this and then start blending it, which is fine. But how much time and how many more colors do you make yourself when you take a darker shading color and you go like this and you can blend it out to another shade, lighter? That's fabulous. I love it. Okay. Oh, that camera. Okay, let me, sorry guys. Let me come out a little bit more. All right. See how you guys are seeing. Okay, that's good right there. I think that was just too close. Okay. So let's now, I'm going to turn my paper. And let's go in through here. You guys, that's why I think I don't like working in journals. Because, look, you can't turn your journal when you need to turn it. I love being able to turn my work however I need to turn it. And I feel so confined in a journal. So, and I know that's weird because everyone's working in journals. But also this is going to be turned into a print. You know, it's still go in my Etsy shop and into a couple of the stores that I'm in right now. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Okay. All right, let's take my blender pencil and blend that out a little bit. And blend this out a little bit. Okay, that looks really pretty. All right, let's go into my other purple one here. Get my shading going in here. Okay. And then get the little line in here. Bam, bam. Just putting my little feather lines in here. I love this. She's wearing a headpiece made of feathers. Fabulous. Okay. And blend that out. I mean, isn't this cool, you guys? I love this blender pencil. And this, I'm sure, is probably nothing new. But it's new to me. Well, I've been using it for like the last, I don't know, couple of months. I saw some girl using a blender pencil and I went, I need to have that. And then I went and got it. I got it from Blix. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you guys where I got it from. It's a Blix blender pencil. And I'm sure that Prismacolor has a blender pencil too. So, sounds stupid, but I've never seen it yet. But I'm sure they do have one. Okay. Let's turn it this way. Wait, well, let's turn it like this. Make sure I'm in frame still. Yeah, the whole head is in frame. Oh, sorry about that, girls. And some guys, sorry. So if Amador, if you're watching, I know there's more guys than just Amador. But he has to be the most famous guy on YouTube. In the crafting community, for sure. Okay. I can just hear Amador, you did not just call me out right now. But in a good way. Okay, and then go like that. So all that blends in. See how pretty that looks? See how nice and blended in? It looks like I've used 3 colors, a light, a medium, and a darker, and I haven't. I love it. Let me go over this one. I did this one. This needs to be deepened a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let's use our blender pencil. Blend it out a little bit. There we go. And that's what that looks like so far. kind of go a little fast, sorry. Okay, and then let's do another one. Now you guys, I'm not going to do all of these feathers on this recording. I mean, I'm going to do it, you guys are going to see the final effect. But I will stop this after a little while and finish her up. But I want to show you guys what I'm doing, so when I come back and I show you, you know how I got there. Because it'll be the same process how I'm doing it, how I do the rest of her. But I want to I'll go to each section so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I mean, because I could finish this whole thing of this hair, but you guys, this video would be forever. Absolutely forever. And you guys would be like, oh my God, is she ever going to stop coloring? The main thing I want to do is just show you some of the techniques that I'm using, if you're interested. Because I always show you guys how I do the backgrounds, either a collage background or a mixed media background or my, what is it called? Graffiti backgrounds. But I don't always show you how I do the, how I color in my girls. So I wanted to show you that. All right, let's do this purple one here. Turn my work. Doesn't it make a difference when you shade? Makes a big difference. Like I said, I could have shaded with watercolor too. So, and I do that also, but I don't know, I wanted to do this. Well, you guys did see me. I totally shaded the face all with watercolor. It was all done with watercolor. Okay. Stop slamming my pencils down. Okay, so there's the purple. Doesn't it look pretty? Okay, let's go and do some shading on the okay, let's do some I turned my picture. Okay, here's the picture this way. I'm just turning my picture around. There's the fairy wings now. Okay, so let's do some of the wings. We're going to shade some of those in. We just got done doing some shading here, and like I said, I'm not going to keep. I'm going to do the same process and do it to the bring it up here. See how there's a darker blue and a lighter blue, like a turquoise and then a lighter blue. So I'll be shading those in the same way I did the purple ones. But let's go on to some wing action. Okay, so you guys can see me do that. And then I will finish her up off camera. But I'm going to do enough of this that you guys know what I'm doing. Okay, you know what? I'm out of frame. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm a little far back, but at least you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. See how much I like to turn my work? I like to turn my work like an insane person. So that's exactly why I can't be working in these journals. Okay, let me make sure I'm still in frame. Yeah. Just go down a little bit like that. I'll make sure I'm in frame. Okay. And then I have this here. This is little shading down the middle here of the wing. Just bringing out the shading a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to get in here with my pencil. And here we go. Let's go to town. Let me turn this back around this way. See how that just starts blending that right out? So what I like to do is I kind of like to go over the line a little bit and then start blending the line out. Go over it and start bringing it out in a circle, kind of like a circular movement, and it brings it out really, really nice. I gave one of these to my friend Shonda. Hey Shonda, I don't know how she liked it. I need to ask her about that. Okay, look how awesome that looks. See how that just blends it right out? It looks like you use more than one color. Isn't that cool? I love it. Okay. Okay, so let's blend this out here. Okay, so this is just blending this out. Oh, I love it. Look how pretty that looks. I love it. Okay, let's keep going. Dang, these wings are big. A lot to cover with one of these berry wings. Oh, excuse me, guys, my eye. Okay. Blending it all the way out. So when you're going to do this, make sure that you, when you put your watercolor down, if you study this technique, use your lightest color because that's going to be your highlight, okay? So if you're going to do a blue, don't start out with the dark blue. And your watercolor, start out with a very light, pale blue. And then you can use the darker, the shading color, wherever you want to shade at. On this one, I shade it basically on the outside and the highlights in the middle. And then when you use this, you create that mid-tone color, that color that's right here. So there's your dark, there's the mid-tone, and there's your highlight right in the middle. Okay, so let me show you guys that. I'll bring that up a little bit. Isn't that pretty? It looks like I did so much more than I did. I love it. Okay, and there's those, there's the headpiece too. Let's see, there we go. And then there's the wings again. think that it's turning out really, really pretty. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to show you half the jacket, how I'm doing that. Let me figure out the color I'm going to use really quick for shading. Okay, I got two colors in mind. Just a second. These are the two colors I have for shading, so let me just see. Alright, found it. All I have to do is test it out and it'll tell you real quick. That's the color I'm using for shading. Let me sharpen. I'm going to show you guys the sharpener I'm using because you guys keep hearing me use it and you're like, she's going to eat up her pencils. No, I'm not. Okay, because this is, I've showed this before. It's a point orbit, and I got this. Okay, this is what it looks like. I got this at Sam's Club. No, I didn't. I got this at Costco, and that's what it looks like. And there's the bottom. And I need to know how to open this up because I need to clear this out. Look how much, so much pencil I have in there. It's ridiculous. But anyway, what it does is there's something metal, some metal piece in here that doesn't allow the pencil to go past where it needs to go. So it only sharpens it and it stops itself. So I don't stop it. It stops it when it knows it got a perfect point on it. And it is, and I haven't eaten up a pencil yet. It is awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go down to the, down here. Let's resituate my camera. See if we can come in a tad bit. Ooh, sorry guys. It's coming a little bit closer. Yeah, you guys can see. Okay, so let's do some clothing, girls. Let's do some clothing. Okay, right here is where there are some, you know, little creases in the clothing. So we'll throw those in here. Okay. And we'll go back over there with the pencil, with my, where is it? Blender in a second. Okay. So let's do throw some shading in here on the clothing. Okay. And I threw some really heavy shading in right here. Right there, I threw some really heavy shading right there. Okay, so now let's get our pencil. Get our our blender. I thought I had one extra of these. It starts making me nervous. Let me look at it, you guys. Look what I'm down to. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me stop complaining about my pencil. About my blender pencil. I'm just getting scared. As if I can't run up to Blick's, which is like 10 minutes from my house, and buy another one. I'll have to check though. I thought I had bought 3 of them. Maybe I only bought 2 of them, and I know I gave one to Shonda, so maybe that's what happened. All right, Shonda, girl, you're lucky. I shared with you. Just kidding. Of course I shared with her. I want her to have this pencil. I was like, she has to have this, because she does a lot of beautiful card making, as you guys all know. And she bought some of these Prismacolor pencils, so the ones from Sam's Club. So I wanted her to be able to experience this blender pencil. Okay, and then we're going to throw in some more shading here. Okay, and let's blend in this. Yeah, that looks fabulous. Let me come up so you guys can see that. Oh, you guys can see it pretty good. Let me just turn it this way. See? Doesn't that look cool? Okay. All right, let's continue this. Okay. Okay. Sorry I'm being a little bit quiet, you guys. I'm just being a little quiet, making decisions. Okay. Deciding on how I'm gonna. You got to make decisions. You're constantly when you're drawing and painting, or just arting. Period. We're constantly making decisions. No matter what we're doing as far as arting or crafting. And I think all crafting is arting. So we're all artists. That's for sure. Some of the best artists are on YouTube. And it's us, crafters. And we are artists, I believe. Whether your medium is paint or pencils or markers or fabric or laces or doilies or paper. This looks really, really good. I'm really loving this, how this is turning out. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how this turned out. This is turning out really, really pretty. I'm loving. Look how pretty that looks. Her jacket. So her jacket and her wings. I think that looks really, really pretty. Let's come out a little bit. So that's what the jacket and the wings look like so far. Isn't that pretty? I think that's gorgeous. You know, it'd be even prettier is to, like, when we're done with all this, definitely do some stickles. How pretty would that look? The only thing wrong with stickles is that, like, when I make my prints, the stickles show up like little specks. Like, it doesn't look sparkly. I wish you could, when you make color copies or prints of your work, I wish you could make color copies or prints of sparkles, but I guess you can't. Okay, let me look at my camera time. Okay, we're okay on time. Okay, the other thing I want to do is I want to go back up here, and I made her hair right here purple, so I want to go in and attack that. So off camera, I'm going to finish up this. I'm going to do the same technique I did here to fill in the rest of these feathers on her head. I'll do the other side of her jacket, just how I did this. I'll do her other wings, just how I did these. Okay, so the technique is the same. But let's go do the hair really quick. And this is the hair here. I made her hair purple. Oops. I was going to make her hair like a hair color, but I don't know. I decided to be very fantasy about it. Okay. Just making sure how lit up that is. It looks pretty lit up. Okay. Let me go down. Ooh, I hate that. I need a really sharp point on my pencil. Okay. And what this is this is her hair and through here. And there's also some, so I have some, it's really light so you can't even really see it in the camera. I have some braids going on here. So, and okay, I'm just going to start attacking this. Just a second. This is nice about pencils. If you mess up, you can erase. So that's really nice. All right, how are these hairs going? Okay. So I'm throwing in some hairs here. Okay. And throwing in some here. Okay. And then we have some braids in here. We're going to try to get in here. This is all really, really, really small. All this work. Okay. All right, and then these strands are going up like this. Okay. And these strands are going up here. Or the hairline. Okay. And then I believe this is what I want to do here. Just really define where her hair is. So many decisions to make, you guys. So many decisions. And then we got some more braids into here. And there's another braid right here. I don't know if I'm going to keep that braid or not. Yeah, we'll keep it. There was another braid right here. Sorry, you guys. I'm turning this all kinds of ways. Okay. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and blend that out. Make sure you guys can see everything. Yeah. Oh, this needs to come all the way down in here. Okay. We're going to bring this hair all the way like this. So this will look more natural. There we go. That looks good. Okay. So we're just going to blend this into the hair. Blend this hair in a little bit. I'm loving this purple hair. This looks cool. And then I think I'm going to also put a little bit of purple into here on the hairline. Yeah, that's going to look good. There we go. That brings the hairline in. So she looks like she has a hairline. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, that looks awesome. This is exactly what I wanted. Yay. Sometimes it's nerve-wracking doing things on camera because you're like, okay, hope this works out how I want, but it's working out. I'm happy. Yeah, this looks really, really good. This is what I wanted. Okay. Okay, let me show you guys how that's looking. So see, that's her hair. I think that looks really good. Okay. I have a few braids going on in the hair and some shading, and I think that looks good. So the only hair really is this, but it's all pulled back in like a little bun, okay? And it's purple hair. It's fantasy, people. It's fantasy. Okay. And these are all little loose strands right here. So we're going to start doing those, all these little loose strands. Okay, and then these are all loose strands here. Okay, cool, love that. Okay, and then this is a little braid right here, or some type of little braid that's sticking out. There we go. Let's get that colored in, and also there's hairs in between, inside of that. And then this is like, it's like a little braid. It's a little round braid sticking out from her head. Okay. That looks good. I like that. That looks really, really good. Okay, I'm just going over some of these purple just to make them a little bit deeper color. There we go. There we go. I love it. Now, this right here, I have to make some decisions. This is supposed to be like a little metal piece, or I don't know. I got to make a decision about what I'm going to put there. I'm probably going to put like a silver or gold piece there. Like, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Right here. See here? It's like a little, I don't know, like a little barrette or something. It'll probably be silver or gold is what I'm thinking. So, I got to make some decisions on that. I'll make some decisions on that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to now finish. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish her off camera. But I wanted to at least show you guys the bulk of how I did this. So I just wanted to show you guys the different techniques that I do. And if you're interested, you can do them too. And so that's what that looks like. Let me see. Oh. Just want to try to get up close. It's not turned out pretty cool. I think she turned out really pretty. And I can't wait to finish shading the that headpiece she has on. But that turned out really pretty. Okay, let me show you the rest of it really quick. Let's come out a little bit before my camera turns off, because it's getting low on battery, of course. Okay, so there she is. I think that is turning out really, really pretty. So, like I said, and you saw me do one of the wings, and you saw me do half a jacket. So it's the same technique for the rest of the wings, same technique for the other side here, and the same technique that I did the purple feathers here when I finish this up. So I'm going to go off camera, finish this up, and I'll show you guys how it all looks, okay? And then we're going to take this to my next video, which will be, we'll take this girl and we're going to do a collage-y background where I do collage and I do paint over the collaging, and I turn all kinds of magazine and different type of pieces into other things, and you guys have seen me do that before. So she'll go in that world. And then I'm going to take the same girl and put her in a graffiti background. So I'm going to make 2 pictures or 2 paintings out of one girl. So I just thought about it. You know, a lot of this work is going in my Etsy shop and or in some of the stores I carry my work in, and I'm like, get more bang for my buck with these girls. I mean, I take a lot of time with them. So anyway, that's what I started thinking to do a collage background piece with her, and then do a mixed media piece, and then do a graffiti art background. So, okay, you guys, so I'm going to finish this off camera, and I will come back and let you guys see how it looks, okay? All right, talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, girls, I'm back. All right, I finished her up, and I just wanted you guys to take a look at it. Remember, we had done half the wings and half of the dress, and I had just done the purple like feathers in her hair. I hadn't done the other ones. So this is what it looks like, the whole thing. I think she turned out really pretty. And like I said, she's going to go in two different mixed media backgrounds. I'm going to do my collage with paint all over it, like how I take collage pieces and I turn them into other things, and I put paint all over the collage pieces. And then also my, what is it called? My graffiti art background. I want to do one of those too. So, so next week, I'll come back with her and we'll do the backgrounds. I will put her in a couple of different backgrounds. So, and then she'll be available on my Etsy shop once I get her on top of a background and everything. So wait, I just want to come in a little closer so you guys can kind of see. Let me bring my camera. There we go. So I just wanted you to see the feathers. I went ahead, I did the purple, I had done the purple ones, but I don't know if I had shaded all the purple ones, but everything's been shaded. I did the turquoise ones and then the blue, and then shaded everything. I think it turned out real pretty. The next thing, I finished up the earrings. I'm going to come in a little closer. I finished up on the earrings so you guys can see those. I used my this gold pen. I got this whole, like, let me see if I can show you guys. I got this at Sam's Club. Oh, you guys can't see that. It's too big. But it's like a swirling of jelly pins for like $13. And it's like 100 jelly pins. And it's all encapsulated in this like thing that stands up really high and it like swirls all the way down. Anyway, I don't know why I kind of went on that tangent. But like, this is a gold pin from that. So I did like this little part here. Like the little things that come down, those are in gold, and I outlined them in gold, and then I went ahead and used the same colors that are up in the feathers and her outfit for the little feathers dangling there. So next, let's go down to, we'll go down to the feathers. Let's come out a little bit. Okay, so there we go. We came down to the or not feathers, to her wings, because she's a fairy, of course. I love her. She's like a magical bohemian, I don't know, type of fairy. So anyway, I did the wings, so I had finished up the other ones. I think I had done these ones already. So, you know, I used watercolor first, and then I took a purple Prismacolor pencil and etched that in. And then you guys know I like to take that blender pencil, and then I blended it out to get that second color between here and here. I think that turned out really, really pretty. And then we'll go down a little further, and then there is the really cool jacket, kind of opened up, kind of sexy. Another thing I did was, I thought turned out really good, is I put a little bit of, like I told you guys, I like to take a little bit of like whatever colors I'm using, like this, I took a little blue and put it on her skin and just blended it out on the skin so that it looks, see the little bit of blue? So it looks like there's a little bit of shadow from her jacket bouncing off onto her skin. So anyway, I think she turned out really pretty. I'm happy with her. Oops. Okay, you guys, my camera's, it wouldn't be a video if my camera didn't go crazy. So just a second. Bear with me, you guys. So sorry. You guys know every video my camera goes cuckoo. Okay, just wanted to get you guys a basic, so that you guys see her basically. So there we go. We are all done. And like I said, look for a video next week, and I'll start working on the background to put her on top of. Okay? All right, you guys. Thanks for sticking around. I'm trying to think of some things to talk to you guys about here at the end. If you guys like my artwork, you can go to my Etsy shop and go check it out. It's pretty cool. It's like more of like a gallery now. It's just all my artwork there. And you guys can go and visit it and check it out. It's www.myfairytreasures.etsy.com. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. You can give this video a thumbs up. That would be great. Because sometimes you can't always leave a comment, which if you can leave a comment, you guys, please, I love comments, I love questions. But if you can't leave a comment, at least hit the thumbs up button. And share my channel with other people. I would totally appreciate it. And also, I want to thank everyone. I've got a lot of new subscribers lately, and I really want to thank my new subscribers. Thank you so much. And for sure, you guys, I want to thank all the subbies who have been with me for a very long time. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.